All right. Well, it says that we're live. So, hey, Evelyn, how are you today?
How are you, Kathleen? I'm doing well. Thank you.
Ah, I am good too. I'm really excited about this event, this
Yeah,
24-hour network-a-thon, which is absolutely awesome.
it's awesome.
And we're here today to let all of you know why this is so important. So, it's not just important for you personally, whether you're growing your friendships or you're growing your business, and you're going to be able to literally meet women from all over the world, absolutely all over the world,
Mhm.
but it's for a cause,
Yeah, amazing.
right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about
Um,
bringing water to those children that really needs it in Kenya. So it's an amazing cause that you
it
ladies
is.
are involved with. Yeah.
So, those of you know about Hopeful Handbags is where we assist survivors of domestic abuse and their children on the journey from safety all the way through to sustainability. So, how did we get into water? So, let me just briefly tell you that. So, we ask the survivors in the areas that we're working in, like, how we need to have sustainability, but how can you be sustainable as well as give back to your community? What
Yeah.
is the biggest need? And in Kenya, it was a hands down
Wow.
water.
Hmm.
Right? And
Yeah.
something that I didn't realize, here we are, whether you're in the United Kingdom, Northern Ireland, the USA, Caribbean, some of these countries that just have water, running water. Not all the places have running water, and Kenya is one of them where many of them don't. And the schools don't have water. So how are we going to help the survivors? And then Evelyn's going to tell you a little bit more about like life in Kenya. What is it like there when you don't have running water? So how we do this is, again, we ask the survivors, what is the biggest need? Water. Then what we do is we know how much it costs to put in one of the water barrels that will then have the gutters that are coming from the roof during the rainy season. It's going to collect the water. From there, there's going to be a tap on it. Now, within the fundraising that we're doing for each particular school, which you all at Moms in Business International are adopting a school,
Yeah.
and it's going to literally change their lives. So the survivors, they are going to be paid for they're helping to navigate this whole thing. They're helping the follow through with it. They're helping planning. They're helping everything with it. So they're actually working, and they're working, being paid, and being able to help sustain their children. So that's how it all goes into community and working together. Now, and then one more thing, these water barrels will last about 20 years.
Yeah.
Isn't that true? It'll
Yeah.
last about 20 years.
Yeah, about 20 years. And the way these survivors have actually tried and fixed it, previously they'll just put the tank in there and the tap will come straight from the tank. So after a few years, it kinds of, because of the children opening all the time, kinds of does destroy the tank. But this time they're actually going to connect it away and put the tap away from the main tank. So that tank will definitely stay for a very, very long time. And it will support how many children? Each year they have children coming in and going, coming in and going. So it will support a lot of children.
In this particular school that you all are adopting at Moms in Business International for this 24-hour networkathon, which is going to happen as far as Eastern time, it's 7 p.m. Eastern time starting tomorrow evening, going through 7 p.m. on Thursday evening. In the United Kingdom, Northern Ireland, it's 12 p.m. to 12 p.m. And of course, just depending on your time zone, so you can get with us. Basically, you purchase a ticket, it's £10, which is approximately, don't hold me to this, like $11.15. I don't know, I could be off a dollar or two. And you get access for 24 hours. So you just click in and out. So if you have an online business that you would like to grow, whether it's within your country or whether it's outside of the country, this is for you. Like, this is amazing. Evelyn, tell us what it's like you lived there, you grew up there. You've actually lived in Kenya a lot longer than you've lived in Northern Ireland. So
Exactly.
tell us, what is it like to actually go to a school that doesn't have running water, and some of them don't have floors or windows or doors?
Yeah. I actually went to one of that when I was in primary school. We didn't even have running water, even at home, in my home. And we didn't have running water at school. So my mom will wake us up at 6 in the morning to go to the river. I would say I was among the lucky ones because our river was like 20 minutes. 20 minutes is still a long way for a 7, 8 year old to wake up at 6 a.m. to go to the river to wash themselves and carry 5 liter or 10 liter of container of water to take to school. Because in our school, we didn't have running water at that time. So everyone had to come into school with 5 liters of water, and that will be the water you'll drink. The water, they'll combine it, and chances are also the water will not be clean because you don't know where everybody is getting their water from, you know.
Mm,
So,
didn't think about that.
yeah, so think about that. So, to have this tank where we can monitor, because that tank has a cover. So, once the water is filled up, it's actually filtered. It has a filter. So, the water doesn't go directly into it. It has to be filtered before it goes in. And then we put chlorine to treat it, which means the children can have safe water to drink, and they can use this water to clean their hands, to clean the schools that are giving them food can use it to clean their utensils. And you talked about the classrooms. Some of the classrooms, I remember being in one of them, is they don't have floors, so you find it's very dusty. And some of them, like the school that maybe is actually adapting, they don't have windows, they don't have doors. So at night you may find like dogs or animals going inside into shelter from the cold or from rain. And then in the morning the children come in, some of them because they come from very poor families or single parent families that can't afford to buy them shoes, so they go to school without shoes. And on process, you find these children getting things like jiggers. I don't know whether
I
you've
know
heard
we
of.
know what they are.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So, because there's nothing that they can do really, they just try and sweep it. It's so dusty. Imagine having 40, 60 children in a classroom the whole day, even if you pour water. I remember we used to pour water to bring
Oh,
down the dust. But after a while, when all of you go in and you're moving around and all that, it doesn't really help. So it is an amazing cause, and we hope that many women will be able to buy this ticket even just to support these projects, because it's going to change so many children, so many lives.
and adults, because the thing that I think is amazing about this project is that when you adopt a school and you put the water barrel there, it's not only for the school, the
Yeah.
surrounding community can also use this water.
Uh-huh.
That's huge. So this helping the survivors, it's helping the whole community.
Hmm. Because like when school term, like in Kenya, they go for like 3 months in, and then they are home maybe for 2 weeks. Due to COVID, it's been a wee bit changed with the terms and all that, but normally it's 3 months in, 1 month on. And you find that they have half the year is rainy, half the year is dry, so they have water most of the time. So when the school is break, you find the community within the school will have access to this water. They'll be able to use this water. So it does help a lot, because imagine, I remember when my mom had to go and get water, he had to carry like 20-liter container. I remember carrying that myself when I was 12, 13. And if you carry a 20-liter container, imagine all of you imagine having only 20 liters to shower, to cook, to clean. You can't, you need more than that. So to them it will really help them, because then that is few minutes saved a day for them. Instead of going 30, 40 minutes to look for water, they can get at least an extra container there, you know.
Mhm.
So it's actually helping a lot of women there as well.
And we're finding that a lot of, say, just for example, a single mom who's got maybe 2, 3, 4 or more kids,
Yeah.
if you have to bring your own water to school and you can't trek the entire family, all the kids down 45 minutes to get water from the stream, they can't go to school. So
Yeah.
sometimes it's easier just to keep your kids home from school, which means that those kids don't get educated because it's just easier for the parent. And we can all, as moms, relate to this, right? I mean, goodness
Yeah.
gracious, I'm going to take all my kids down there to get their own water. I might as well just keep them home. It'll be a lot less work. I'm sure
Yeah.
that's the mindset, but that's what happens, right?
Yeah, and it is especially for single. I've seen, even I was speaking to the people who were coordinating down there, and they were giving me examples of this, which is true because I've been there and I've seen it. But he was telling me, you find, like, for example, a single mom of four, and she's got 4 children, and these children are from maybe preschool, so that's baby class all the way to class 7. So that means she has to do it herself for the little ones, because the little ones cannot technically carry like big containers. But you find, I saw some of the photos, if you saw, like little children like pulling a container, to go to get water.
Yeah.
It's yeah,
So I
it's really,
think, it's easy to take water for granted. And I mean, over here we have water. The only thing I can relate to, which was hard. I mean, we had Hurricane Matthew. We lost power for a week and had no water because they shut the water off. That was
mm,
a week. And it's really hard. You feel like, okay, I can deal without power, but when it comes to water,
yeah,
not even drinking water, but like you said, bathing in the water, taking a like,
yeah.
cleaning yourself, and it's after day 2, you're a little bit like, I could really use some water now.
Yeah. So you can imagine the situations in Africa now where not even, like if the woman can manage to go carry, you can only carry the largest container they can carry is 20. I mean, unless they add themselves.
That's
So
heavy.
how many
Yeah.
times do they have to go to the river to get that? So you find them piling up their washing. They don't do their washing every day. You find they have to choose not to have showers every day because one person cannot be able to go to the river 10 times. That will be the only job she has to do, and then everything else stays. And as a single parent, they can't manage to do that, so they have to choose to not have showers, do not children not have showers, children's clothes not washed, just water for at least cooking and maybe drinking,
Mhm.
which most of the time as well, because it's from the rivers, you find the waters may not be really clean depending on where they're getting them as well.
Which is so that's what's so great about this is rainwater that
Yeah,
this is going to be collecting, and it'll be filtered, it'll be going into with the chlorine tablets that are made for this,
yeah.
that will sanitize the water so that it's also drinkable. This is
Mhm.
really gonna change lives, and so I'm pretty excited about the 24-hour networkathon anyway, to jump in and out as many times as we want to for this amount of money, which, listen, it is well worth it, but the cause that it's going to is even more important.
Yeah,
So I'm really happy that we got the chance to chat today and let everybody know, like, this is how Hopeful Handbags Global has gotten involved in water. It's because it is a need. It was a need of the survivors, and this is exactly what they said that they needed to be able to be sustainable in life, right? I mean, water is one of the main necessities that we need in life.
yeah, and exactly. And I was speaking to the people coordinating down there, and some of them, they're really. I was trying to explain to them that look at all these awesome women all over the world. Everyone buying a ticket of £10. It's like, really, yeah, to get us a tank. I'm like, they're really like so grateful that you ladies are taking your time, using your finances to be able to get these people the tank,
What
to give them water.
And what's separating out what we're doing and what you ladies are doing from what maybe some other organizations that are doing that even do deal with water. I mean, they're
Yeah,
doing some amazing things, but a lot of times there will be a group that they'll send over, right? Maybe they send
yeah,
over a group from the UK or US or wherever,
yeah,
and
yeah,
they're going and doing the work and then they're leaving. But
yeah,
what this is doing is it's also, having them do this for themselves, right? How many of us feel confident when we get things done and do it for ourselves? But in the
yeah.
meantime, they're also teaching other people how to do this. So I don't know if you got a chance to see the video. If not, we'll start putting them out there again, of this particular water tank that we now have the Hopeful Handbag logo on. Is that they even got the older kids that were strong enough to get the things of cement, and they're
Yeah.
walking, 2 and 3 of them, running the cement things. So they get everybody involved, which,
Involved, yeah. Uh-huh.
right. So, like, how proud are you when you do something and then you see the finished product like that?
It's
We're
it's
growing confidence.
it's awesome, and I remember when they brought the tank in, and all the children are running into this truck bringing in the tank, and everybody was giving a hand. We involving everybody, they're learning. Okay, there's someone who is thinking about us, and now we have this thing, and everybody is like hands on. We're using volunteers, including also those survivors, by giving them something to be able to get make a living while doing this great course that is within their area you know
Mhm. And I will say, Dana, thank you. Said it's $11.32 US dollars, so $11.32, as we would say it here. And yes, Becky, you will see Evelyn and I are going to be popping in and out as well. So we'll just be popping out around our time zones and
Definitely.
what's going on. So if you all could share this. So if you're watching this on whatever page you're watching it on, if this is shareable on your page, please share it out. Even on your personal page would be great, because I know of so many people that do have they actually could grow their business globally, because that's the type of business that they have, but they might not be thinking that way right now, or think, oh, that's not even possible. Like, how can I meet people over in another country that might use my services?
Yeah.
Well, I'm here to tell you, I use a lot of services literally globally, because I get to know these people and I'm like, okay, we connected. And of course, you need that when
Yeah.
you're running a business or a nonprofit, right? I mean, a
Yeah.
nonprofit is a business. It's got to be run like a business. So Evelyn, I really appreciate you being here too. And Evelyn, I do have to say, everybody, because of Evelyn, this project gets where it needs to be. We talk to the survivors. We talk to the people that are on the ground, the boots on the ground in Kenya via video. We do Zooms with them or
Mhm.
WhatsApp videos to talk to them and be able to find out, okay, exactly how is this going? What are the kids saying? What are the parents saying? So once Moms in Business International gets that water tank up, you'll see a logo for Moms in Business International along with the HH. And this is why that logo is so important, because people see that logo and they say, how can we get involved? And that is our goal, to get more people to want to sponsor more schools, to be able to employ more survivors of domestic abuse, child abuse, and gender-based abuse. One
Yeah.
thing we found is, and child abuse, even just take that for example, some of those people that have gone through child abuse don't have as many opportunities as they're growing up, because they're caught inside, right? I mean, they may not be being let out as much, right? They may not be learning as much and not have the same educational opportunities. So this is giving them some amazing skills.
Yeah, and also one thing I've noticed that when we did this tank is I was speaking with my brother because he's one of the people involved, and he was telling me, since we started doing this, people are actually coming to him and talking to him in confidence. So remember, back home in Kenya and in some parts of Africa and maybe some other parts of the world, people don't really want to talk a lot about domestic abuse. They know it's there, but people don't want to talk about it,
Yeah,
or they don't want to open up about it. They just so. But since we started being there, I've been in touch with him, and he's been telling me he's actually had people coming in and talking to him in private about what they're going through and asking how can we help them. Like instant that boy with uni, and the one I had a discussion with you. And it shows that in a way we starting the conversation even there,
absolutely.
in a
So
place where they don't talk about it, it's now being talked about it.
that's a good point, because, we talk about the handbags, which is what we
Yeah.
use to open the conversations, the
Yeah.
handbags filled with necessities and the notes and the tags.
Yeah.
But that's not what's going to open the conversation in many countries. They don't have their necessity is not a handbag, right? It's not something that's really going to do them much good, but these water
Yeah.
tanks are, and it's the water tanks are opening the conversation. It's
Without.
exactly what it's doing.
Mhm. So I was really pleased that we're getting there in areas like that people can actually come in confidence and start talking. So we're not only helping them with water, we're helping also identify people that are in need and trying to find ways of supporting them as well, so that they
Mhm.
can be heard as well, and so that they can speak out and they can also feel as a part of the community, not hide
Absolutely.
themselves and think it's okay to be where they are at the moment.
Yeah, I'm really excited that also it helps them to sustain themselves. It helps them
Mhm.
to realize, I can do this and I can make a living and I can help my community at the same time. And
Yeah,
also from there, how many more ideas have come up from this? I
I
mean, that's a
love
whole nother video. But oh my gosh, to help with
yeah,
their sustainability that they do themselves. I mean, these people are going to be doing this stuff themselves. We're just helping brainstorm.
yeah,
We're just like, have we ever thought of this?
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh. So
Yeah.
it's been fun. And we're always open to ideas. So, ladies, you ever have an idea, you let us know, because that is what this world is about. That's how we make things happen. No, every idea is, we love it. We absolutely love it.
Yeah.
As we say, together we are stronger.
Together we are stronger.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Evelyn, thank you very much. If anybody has any questions, please reach out to myself, Miss Evelyn, or Leona. We can get those questions answered for you. But please share that ticket link out. We've got until we're really Eastern time is 7 p.m. EST. Although you can buy your ticket after that and still join in. It's just a matter of, it's going to be over at 7 p.m. EST on Thursday.
Mhm.
Thank you very much, Evelyn. This entire, everybody listening, everybody that's part of this is, changing a whole community's life
Yep.
in Kenya.
You are,
So,
yeah. Don't
so
say, people think like a 10 pound is nothing, but it's giving someone hope somewhere in this world. So guys, let's buy those tickets.
let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. All right. I'll talk to you guys later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.